Hello, everybody, and welcome to Confident Compounding with Corey Kramer, formerly the Cyclical Investors Club YouTube channel. So I warned everybody in the past couple videos that a name change was coming, and it's out today. So I just thought I'd let everybody know that it really is me still here, if it looks a little bit different, and just give a couple reasons for the change of the name. So there's like three main reasons. The first one is so it's easier for people to find me when they look for my name. The Cyclical Investors Club didn't have my name in it at all, so it was pretty hard if someone went looking for me to actually pull up the YouTube channel, which is where I put out the majority of my content right now, at least my public content. So I wanted to make sure that my name got in there so I could be easier to find my channel. The next reason for the change is this better describes what I'm doing now. So I started the Cyclical Investors Club. I came up with the name in 2018. I had been writing on Seeking Alpha for almost 4 years, 3 or 4 years, and I was launching my service over there. And at the time, I really specialized in a niche, deep cyclical investing strategy when I launched the service over there. And so that's what I named it, because that's kind of what set me apart from what everybody else was doing. But as time evolved, I grew from one strategy to about 5 strategies that I blend together for more of a full service rather than just a niche service. And so, and I've had people comment even on YouTube that, a lot of my videos aren't really about like cyclicality and that's true. Honestly, it's probably about a third of the stocks that I buy now, a quarter maybe even, are deep cyclical businesses. That doesn't mean that the cyclicality doesn't come into play with other strategies you want to take into account, earnings downturns and things like that, which a lot of people still don't do, even for moderately cyclical businesses, which most businesses are at least affected, by other cycles other than just they don't just grow earnings every year necessarily. But for the most part, I do a lot more on the growth side nowadays than I do the cyclical side. So, and that focuses more on long-term compounding. My ideal businesses are the ones you can buy when they're small, they're growing pretty fast, and they can grow fast for a long time, and you can hold them for a long time. I would like, half the portfolio to be stocks like that. Or they could be bigger businesses that can grow at 15% a year for another 10 years or something. And then the other half, in a perfect world, those would be more cyclical in varying degrees, whether it's mean reversion, a little bit more like a 2-year to 5-year time frame rather than a 5-year to 15-year time frame for the compounders. So I still do both, but I think confident compounding is a better description. I'm really focusing on safer growth for independent investors. And so I want good growth without taking on more risk. And then I blend whatever the market kind of gives me in order to do that. Sometimes it will be these long-term compounders. Sometimes it'll be more medium-term cyclical businesses that we can get big returns over a couple years and then trade out of them. And then, when there's a down cycle, buy them back, right? So I think that's another reason for the name change. And the Patreon name will also change as well. The Cyclical Investors Club will still exist on Seeking Alpha, but my videos are mostly going to be here on YouTube and Patreon, and then my written work is going to be over on Seeking Alpha. So I'm kind of dividing my businesses in two. I don't really make a lot of money writing articles or making videos. I make money really when people join my service in one way or another. And so I kind of am splitting it up. So I have kind of 2 different funnels. One where I write articles and those folks will go to the Cyclical Investors Club. And then one where I mostly make videos and those folks will go over on Patreon with Confident Compounding. And kind of that will just be a much cleaner way, because right now people are here and then they go to Patreon, and then they'll go to Seeking Alpha. And there's just a lot of steps that people need to go through when it could be much simpler, and you can kind of just go to Patreon. It's all there. So over there, I have a free tier now where I post all the same videos that are on YouTube. And then also extra videos. So that's a good place to go join up for free. I'll have that link in the description. And then I have my weekly picks on Patreon, which is one stock idea every week. And then I track the results as well. And even if there's nothing that's at my perfect buy price that week, I just try to find the best stock in the market that week. And those have been doing really well. That's $25 per month over on Patreon. And now I have a new full service on Patreon that is either $40 a month or $360 per year. So you get a big discount for a yearly membership. And that will be similar to my full service over on Seeking Alpha, where you'll have access to my spreadsheets that you see me using here. When something becomes a buy, it will say it's a current buy, and then you can ask me about it. There's a chat room. You can direct message me. You can do all that stuff. I just launched that today over on Patreon. So I'm still building out a lot of the tutorials and explanations and stuff, but that should come about quickly. And you can see everything pretty basically that I'm buying and selling as I'm doing it. So that's the goal for the full service over there. So we have Confident Compounding here on YouTube and on Patreon, and the Cyclical Investors Club will be over on Seeking Alpha along with my articles that I write. And it should produce a better workflow for me. Right now, I've been really kind of bouncing back between the three places and trying to figure out how I want to organize everything. So I've gotten to the point now where I think I have that pretty much figured out. Should mean I'm making more content and more, I would say more consistent content for YouTube and Patreon, and hopefully more consistent content for Seeking Alpha as well. My writing there has been dialed quite a bit back, and I would like to pick that up a little bit more. So hopefully everything kind of starts flowing more smoothly and regularly everywhere, and everybody can kind of have the service that fits them best. All right, so yeah, let me know what you think of it, the new look. We put this together pretty fast, and we'll make changes as time goes on. But thanks for subscribing. This is still me, and I'll be making more videos in the future. Later.